action is already happening here. And I'm ready for some crazy Brawlhalla. They already got their legends locked up and loaded. They're ready to go. We're going to see where they end up going for the first time. I mean, of course, we got Ogrim, no surprise there. Fiend on Nash, that's kind of like your bread and butter, man. You know, Fiend, he definitely switches a bit. But Fiend on Nash is kind of where you, home is where the heart is, you know?
That's the classic. So Balthazar rocking the Bryn, a little bit of that extra speed. And you know what? One of the craziest things here, every time that it happens, Shipwreck falls. So dangerous. And you know what? You've got two spiking signatures as far as the blue team is concerned. You know, you got the Ragnar neutral sig or the Ulgrim Axe neutral sig. Both can take down your stock pretty early on because the walls are so small here. It takes a lot to be able to recover to them, and they can just gravity cancel and end your life.
And not only that, with Ogrim, he can go for the slide charge down sig as well. And if he hits it from above, wow, the double.
Whew. Hit that one neutral axe, and man, it was just done. Double.
Just like that, man. Shipwreck falls doing exactly what they need the stage to right now. Here we go. Neuz trying to get a hit on Fiend. Fiend going for the falling neutral air, gets a hit, but these guys need KOs. The weapon throw, not going to quite do it. Make some friendly fire happen, but a perfect dodge through the recovery from Balthazar. Blue team is looking hot.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're just continuing to push the advantage. It's going to be up to red team. Can they score? There's the one knockout, and not just enough for the two, but the follow-up javelin toss.
There we go, the harpoon, the Captain Ahab, get rid of him real quick, and now we have ourselves an even playing field stock-wise. The red team, more or less, has done a good chunk of damage. I mean, Nez and Pajé being the least damage, but only slightly now. It's going to be a matter of who can take control of the stage right now. It looks like the red team might be pushing themselves into position.
Yeah, especially because, oh man, yeah, they've got the damage built up. Pajé having to make his way back. They just split Neuz up around the corner. Pajé to follow. Right now, it's looking like a game of lemmings, and they're just sending him up off the top.
Yeah, Fiend's just finding these down airs. That's 4 in a row from Fiend there to get the KOs off the top of both members of the blue team. The blue team has started this match so strongly, but the red team has responded, and Fiend is getting back into the strive here. A little bit of friendly fire, but it's not going to stop the tirade that's happening here.
Ooh, Fiend unarmed, getting that dive kick. Almost got the ground pound, but bounced up and around. Damage certainly building. Wow, just dodged through those flames.
Woo! And Fiend just side-zigging his partner there, but it's not going to matter too much. Wow, that weapon throw actually might have helped quite a bit, but no, Pajé is there with the N-Light jump recovery, and oh, he's gone.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's gone.
Wait a minute.
But the save?
Oh, they opted to both recover rather than either of them turning around to try and finish the edge guard. You know, I agree with that, because right now, yeah, it's that easy. He was so incredibly damaged, just one hit. Pajé can't make it back. Balthazar and Fiend taking game number 1.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I felt like Pajé and Neuz started off so strong, and then immediately got smoked. They got smoked immediately after. Like, they just turned it on. I mean, we saw the aggressive offstage play from Fiend, who I feel like a lot of people, if their opponent is kind of biding their time on the ledge, or, you know, kind of the walls of the stage, a lot of times they'll just wait for them and just kind of sit there, right? We saw Fiend run off stage and go for the down air, probably knowing that it wasn't going to be enough to KO, but just getting the damage and flinging them into the skies anyway. And a lot of people wouldn't want to take that. Some people would rather just try to wait and see if they can get a move that can hit them horizontally instead of just kind of going for what could seem like a guaranteed option right there. So Fiend's just capitalizing on any moment that he sees to get damage.
Yeah, and you know what? Now they're going to have to change those kind of interesting gimmick tactics that they have, because the map change now has larger walls. It's Miami Dome. You're not going to be looking for as many of those like initial spike signatures. They're probably not going to have to worry about the Ulgrim neutral axe as much as last game. But still, now we've got Neuz over onto the Scarlet. Tons of damage possible. Pajé over onto the Bodvar. So I think a shift to some more typically stable picks.
Nothing too crazy there. Bova, of course, a solid standard pick. Balthazar going for the KO with the recovery. Misses it, but then finds the falling Sarah afterward to secure the KO. Both members of the red team. It looks like they were both in kind of the same wavelength there. Looking like they were going to go for the edge guard and saying, oh, looks like my partner has it. I'm going to back off. And then no one actually covering it. But it's still going to work out just fine here. Stomp save from Pajé. Nice interrupt from Pajé as well. But, man, the damage is being done here.
Ooh, Fiend. Oh no, he got tapped after his recovery. Tried to give his partner as much time as possible. That gravity cancel neutral signature almost making it to the corner, but Balthazar was engaged by both the blue team members up there. And you know, that's a huge part. If you can just tie them up, they can't go for any saves.
No, I mean, I love the gravity cancel and Sig. Wow, it KO'd. I wasn't actually expecting that, but it had enough juice on it. Just looked like that was actually pretty clean KO there. And down air from Fiend on a Neuz. Balthazar finds a KO onto Pajé. Pajé now down to his last stock. Needs to be careful here. Fiend almost finds a quick one there on Neuz as well, but enough defense to hang on. Oh, just do it again, I guess. He just mashed recovery there.
Yo, when Nash is just gonna mash on you, what do?
No, you just kind of run, dude. And then Nash just swings. Well,
that's the problem. Nash is also high speed. You can't run. There's no option. It's the original caveman.
There's only L's to take. Here we go. Sidelight Ensig from Fiend there, catching a dodge on Neuz. Another sidelight. Goes for it again. Not going to get it 2 times in a row, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see that still come out another time in this set. And Fiend going for the deletion here, really being hungry with these KO options, but not finding them.
Jeez. Man, alright, so Fiend, you know, I know Foda's mentioned this before, where it looks like just one of those old kung fu movies where you're taking on a group of people and you're just going one guy right to the next. That's what the target swapping on Fiend looks like so very often in any kind of momentary 2v1s. And that gives them the 3-stock victory. Fiend and Balthazar, another one.
Look at the damage, too. 285 on Pajé in comparison to the 522 from Fiend. That is a good lack of damage there. Fiend was just hitting people, man. And it was tough for them to deal with. I mean, 367 damage on Neuz, so, you know, not a bad amount of damage, but still in comparison to Balthazar with the 489, they're just getting hit a lot more than they're hitting their opponents, and also getting KO'd much earlier.
Yeah, so now that puts Fiend and Balthazar up 2-0 in the set. They are on set point, looking to move on through this part of the lower bracket, whereas Pajé and Neuz, is do or die for them right now. They've got to make this reverse 3-0 if they want to continue on.
And it looks like their answer to make that happen is a combo of Asuri and Taros, and we're going to see if that ends up paying out. Asuri definitely, in terms of Qatar Legends in 2v2s, I think is one of the best ones you can have, just because of how the signature kit can be very useful for team combinations. But Taros, of course, on this stage, oh no.
Fiend. Oh. He just made it. He just made it.
Barely, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to note again, this blue team, you know, they go for a lot of these spiking reversal signatures. Taros, he's got it on both neutral signatures. Asuri, neutral Qatar is that reversal. Even the neutral sword is a dunk.
Nice clean cut to send you to the depths there. We're going to see if we see any of those land, though. That Ensig from Balthazar, almost enough to KO Neuz. Pajé going for an aggressive edge guard, unarmed, doesn't find it. The Ensig from Fiend, bouncing him off the stage, allowing him to take less knockback and not just get clean KO'd. It was very close, though. Granted, Shipwreck is large as well, and that definitely helped. But, yeah, man, this is close. Fiend, though, is very...
Oh, wow. A weapon toss to try and save his teammate from the follow-up, but enough damage for just that neutral light to take him out, and he was going up off the top.
Oh, blue team biding time here. Pajé getting kind of bullied in the corner here. Needs to get back on stage. Fiend is in the orange here. You don't have to play this off-stage game. There we go. Neuz goes and gets some aggression. Nice gravity cancel. Ensig to drag him to the depths, and the weapon throw to finish off the combo. You need to have your main dish, but also a side as well.
Oh yeah. All right. So that's, you know, that's what every Taros' dream is. They just want to hit the gravity cancel neutral save. So, paying dividends there. I wonder if we're going to see it gone for again. Gravity cancel side signature this time from Neuz.
Here we go, down sig. Wow, just barely not hitting there. I like the interrupt from Pajé there on the follow-up that was guaranteed to come. And now we have a scenario where Fiend is on his last stock. Balthazar's about to say goodbye. This is a very solid position to be in if you're the blue team. There's one. You got to punish there. Pajé doesn't have a weapon, so he doesn't have a good way of punishing Fiend here. But they're so set up to win this game.
Oh yeah, I mean, 4 stocks to 2. They're building damage up onto Fiend. Neuz even skipping around the stage, trying to give a little bit of corner advice or, you know, relief, but Pajé just falling on down. Oh, missed the slide kick into ground pound.
Oh,
See if that comes back to bite him.
What's going to happen next here? I mean, falling air coming out from Nez. Fiend trying to be taken out of the photo. Nez going for a very hard reads with both of these signatures here. I mean, there's so much damage on Fiend. I don't even know if we really need to go for all of that, but hey, he's looking. There we go. Fiend just trying to dodge around the battlefield. That's the recovery for the KO. We have an even game stock-wise, but Fiend really needs to be careful. Probably going to be looking for an early gimp. Balthazar trying to get some damage on the Pajé, but Pajé saying no, and Fiend, like a good neighbor, man, he's right there with the interrupt.
Ooh, and again, the hot target swap. Just gets away with the follow-up, and they've now just earned the 2v1.
Oh my goodness. They might have just let this one slip away. The fact that they did not KO Fiend is going to be their demise, and the red team is able to snatch that one back from the jaws of defeat. Neuz and Pajé allowing it to slip through their hands once again. What is that? That's a 3-0 and a handshake, is it not?
Oh yeah, yeah, that is done. You can't let Fiend live. You just can't do it. He's too dangerous to keep around.
It's too, oh man, he had so much damage racked up that entire time, and they just could not find that killing blow. And I felt like they were like, well, maybe we'll just try to attack Balthazar instead, and just in doing that allowed Fiend to have the comfort, the amount of stage he needed to work with, to be